This is how I did the intro of my video. I need people to stay onto my content and not swipe away, so I need a good hook, and I'm going to show you how to do one. So you're going to bring in an image here into your timeline, and I'm just going to trim it down a bit so it's really short. I'm next going to head on up to the effects panel right here, and I'm going to type zoom lens. Grab your zoom lens effect and add it to the timeline so it covers all of your clips. We're going to set the speed to 50 and the range to 40. I'm next going to go look for an effect called vignette. I'm going to bring the vignette effect right in, and I'm going to trim off the axis right there. The last effect we're going to use is an effect called chrome blur. Now, if you're on the free version of CapCut, you can skip this step, you don't need it. If you are on the pro version, you're going to bring in chrome blur and add the settings in. So the blur is going to be 30 and the lateral chromatic aberration is going to be 50. Okay, so if you actually get these black lines that appear here, you want to get rid of those, and you can just scale your clip in like that. You can also move your clip around if you want. So if you play things back, you're going to have a scene just like that. Now this is very immersive because it shows viewers that something exciting and fast-paced is about to happen. For part 2 of the introduction, I use a parallax effect. I'm going to show you how to make one. So you're going to highlight all the clips here and hit Alt and G to create a compound clip. Next, head on over to the speed tab right there and hit 2x for your speed. I'm now going to bring in a PNG here. It has the background removed of crystal, and I'm going to click on that. I'm just going to position it into the center right there. Perfect. The next thing I'm going to do is hold Alt and drag up to create a duplicate. I'm going to click on the first crystal image right here, and I'm going to head on over to the effects panel and type JVC. JVC is the effect that we're going to use. It's going to add some glow to our crystal. We're going to click on that and add it inside of the image right there. We're going to ramp up the filter right here and ramp up the strength as well. And the color, you can use purple or you could use blue. You have a choice of either the two. We'll go with purple for this one. And I'm now going to select both these clips right here, and I'm going to hit Alt and G to create a compound clip. Next, we're going to be doing some keyframing. So I'm going to click at the start here at our clip. We're going to add in a scale keyframe right there. We're going to go to the end of our clip right here, and we're going to zoom in as much as you want. Right, next, I'm going to hold Alt and K to open up the graph editor. Head on over to preset curves and select cubic out. Next, I'm going to close the graph editor right here, and I'm going to do something different for the clip at the bottom. All right, so here what we're going to do is we're going to scale it in first. We're going to scale it in as much as we can. Okay, and we're going to start the keyframe there, and we're going to come to the end of our clip right here, and then we're going to zoom all the way out. Okay, just like that. And we're going to open up the graph editor once we're done. Go to preset curves, and we can select cubic in. Okay, hit Alt and K to close the graph editor and watch your parallax effect back. Let me play this in full screen for you guys. To add your text, all you do is grab a new text layer and adjust it to the length of your clip right there. Next, we're going to type in Brazil in full caps, and we're going to change the font as well. In my case, I'm using Speedlines. You can use any font you want. Hit bold, italics, and we're going to head on down here to preset style first and select drop shadow. Then we come up here and we change the color to yellow, and then we hold Alt and drag up to change the font and make it a little bit more bigger. So now you have your text coming into your scene. Okay, for the next text, it's going to be the player introduction. So we're going to bring in a new text layer right here, and we're just going to adjust it to the length of the clip. So here we have Vinicius Jr. We're going to type his name just short, so it's Vinny Jr., right? And then we're going to change the font. I use Disco for my edit right here. Okay, you can use any other font if you like. And then I'm going to come head down right here and select this stroke. Okay, I'm going to head on up here, and I want the colors of the font to reflect the Brazilian flag. All right, so I'm going to use yellow. And then I'm going to highlight N and I, and then make that green. And then the last one, which is the J and the R letters, I'm going to change it to blue. Okay, so now I have that font right in there. And I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to add an animation. You can use any animation that you like here, right? So for my project, I actually went with this animation here, which is actually called sword moves. Okay, so it's in the animation in area. It's called sword moves. So if you guys have some time, you can look for that. For some reason, it's not picking up on my CapCut anymore. If I go to the animation, see it's showing as none. So I'm not really sure if CapCut has removed it or changed it in an update. But yeah, you can use any animation that you like. Next up is Neymar's build up. So to do this, you're going to click on the clip that we're using for Neymar, and we're going to head on over to the animation tab. We're going to select the out tab right here, and we're going to select fade out. We're going to ramp this up all the way up so it covers the rest of the clip. So now you'd have that sweet fade out. So if you repeat that for the rest of your clips should look like this. The next style I'm going to teach you about text is the text animation to make the crowd chant Neymar's name, just like that. Okay, so it's really easy. It's not really that hard. I'm just going to click on these layers and just hide them out there for a bit so it doesn't come in the way of our editing. Okay, so right now I'm going to bring in a new text layer. I'm going to trim off the end right there, and we're going to type Neymar's name, and we're also going to select a new font for him. All right, so we're going to select this, and we're going to head on over to change the font right there, and I'm going to click on this font. I'm just going to drag it down here to the bottom area, and we're going to change the animation for this. So we're going to head on over to the animation tab, and we're going to get to the out menu right here. So you'd pretty much see a lot of out animations. Okay, so I have just saved time by not scrolling through this, and I just favorited the animation that you're going to be using. All right, so the name of the animation is called blur out. Okay, it's found in the animation out area. Okay, so you're going to click on that, and we're going to bring it down to around 2 seconds. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the in area. Okay, and we're going to select zoom in. Okay, so we're going to add in the zoom and zoom in animation, and we just set that to 2 seconds as well. Okay, so now if we play back our animation, that's what we should have. Okay, there we go. So what we're going to do next is we're going to make duplicates of this. Okay, so we're going to bring that up to make a duplicate of it. Okay, and we're going to make another duplicate, right? So make about 3. Right, so then we're going to click on one of the duplicates. We're going to bring it up here, and we're going to rotate it just like that. Okay, and then we're going to click on the next one, and we're going to bring one out here, and maybe we can rotate it this way, just like that. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit. So for the rest of the clips that's coming up, we want that the text animations to come up as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to spread it out a bit, just like that. Okay, just spread it out a bit, and then do the same by holding Alt and dragging to the right. Okay, and when you come here to your new duplicated clips, you're going to click on them and change the position of this. Okay, you can change this and rotate this one. You can click on this as well, and then rotate that. You can make that straight and maybe pop it here. And let's see the next one coming up. It's back around here, so maybe we can pop that up somewhere around there. So if we play back our clips, we'll have that crowd chants right there. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty easy. Well done if you made it this far to the video. In fact, we're getting to the Neymar reveal. Okay, so basically, if you want to get this effect with the shaking and the flashes, I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to hide these 2 layers, and I'm going to give you the settings real quick. So basically, when the beat starts kicking in, we're going to head on over here to our effects area and type black flash. Okay, I'm going to select this black flash right here. Okay, this is the second one. It's called black flash 2. I'm going to bring it in, and I'm going to place this effect right here, and I'm going to trim it down to this first clip right here. Okay, now the next effect I'm going to use is called white flash. There's white flash 2 right here, and there's this first white flash. You can use this first white flash here. Okay, and you can bring that into your scene. All right, and I'm going to bring that down, and I'm just going to scroll here so until I see Neymar's face, so I know when to stop the flash. Okay, because just before that scene right there. Okay, so great, now I have the black flash and the white flash in right there, and the last thing we need to do is add in some shakes. All right, so we're just going to type shake. Okay, we're going to grab the shake right here, and we're going to apply that. Okay, and the shake is going to be the same length of the white flash right there. So we're going to change the shake speed here to 33 and leave it at 50. Okay, so it's probably the default speed right there. So if you play our clip back, you should have something like that. All right, next up is our flash transitions right there. Okay, so this is where things get intense, the music starts kicking in really good. So here's a way to make these flash transitions here. Right, so if you are on the free version of CapCut, I'm going to show you a trick how to make it. So you're going to come here just towards the end of your clip and just cut a small chunk of it, right, by making a split. Hit Ctrl and B to make that split. It's going to cut that clip off there. You click on it and you head on over to the adjust tab right here, and you go to the color wheel and you ramp this all the way up. Okay, so now if you play your clip back, you have that flash. Okay, for those of you that have CapCut Pro, you can actually go on over here to the transitions area. Okay, and you should be able to find a transition here that is called it's called white flash. So you can just drag that in, and then you can actually just bring that down as much as it can go, and then you just have that flash transition in just like that. See, so I currently have a clip here of the team dancing. I'm going to bring that into my timeline right there, And what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to click on this, and I want to increase the speed of this to make it a little bit more faster. All right, so we're going to bring it to like 1.47x right there, and I'm going to hold Alt and drag to the right to make a duplicate of that clip. Okay, I'm now going to click on the duplicated clip, and I'm going to reverse it. Okay, so CapCut's going to reverse the clip for us. So if you play things back, you'll have a little bit of a faster clip with a reverse edit in there. Okay, and there are some effects that we'll need to apply here. We're going to go to the effects menu right here. We're going to type for black flash. Okay, so we're going to use black flash 2, and we're going to place it on the clip that has not been reversed. Okay, so we're going to use this black flash 2 right here. I'm going to bring that in. I'm just going to bring that in slightly right there. And we're also going to look for white flash. Okay, I'm going to use the white flash as well for the clip that's reversed. Okay, so we're going to bring in the white flash effect right there. Okay, and bring that there to the end. And then the last thing we need to use is I actually used is called color confetti. I'm just going to type it here to see if it actually does come up. There we go, color confetti right here, and then there's another one here, right? So if you're on the free version, you can use this color confetti right here, and use this if you're on the pro version. Okay, so what I did was I put confetti to pop up twice right here, and I duplicated it as well, dragged it there, and just set it up right here. Just adjust it to the length of your clips. So if you play your entire scene back, you have the boys coming in, and you have the flashes coming in right there. So guys, the World Cup is here, and it's a great time to actually go viral and to get your football edits out there. So make use of the information and the knowledge right here. And if you found much value in the content, if you've learned something new, subscribe for more editing tutorials. And if you have any requests, do let me know down in the comments. Take care for now, and happy editing. Wishing you all the best in your edits.